and Xin Cao. Welcome to World on My Plate with me, Chef Harsh. Today I'm going to be taking you on a trip to the land of the ascending dragon, also known as Vietnam. The dish that we're going to be making today is called pho. It is traditional to northern Vietnam, and it's a very hearty, very comforting dish with a nice warm broth. And I'm going to be showing you how to make a vegetarian version of this, so let's get started. The first thing we need to do is create our broth. So for that, we're going to take a pot and we're going to heat it up on a medium to high heat. The first thing we're going to add in is our cinnamon. Next, we're going to add some cloves. About 4 to 5 cloves should be plenty. And we're going to add 2 pods of star anise. Okay, we're just going to dry roast that until it becomes very nice and fragrant. This should take about 30 to 40 seconds. And keep on swishing it around the pot because you don't want it to burn. All right, the aromatics are super nice and fragrant right now, so we're gonna go in with the rest of our ingredients for our broth. So I'm gonna add 1 onion, which I've just peeled and cut into quarters. I'm gonna add a 3-inch piece of ginger. And I'm gonna add 4 cloves of garlic that I have just smashed with a knife. Now again, we're just gonna give that a little bit of swirl around the pot. Get a little bit of charred edges on the onions, on the garlic, on the ginger. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add our vegetable stock. So what I have here is a vegetable stock cube that I have just cut up and powdered. And then we're going to go in with 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce. Usually Vietnamese food uses fish sauce, but because we're making a vegetarian version of this dish today, we are using light soy sauce instead. Now finally, we're gonna add in about 3 to 4 cups of water. So as you can see, we've got a beautiful golden brown color of the broth already. And now we're gonna bring this up to the boil as we keep on stirring it. Okay, our broth has come up to the boil and it smells so good in this kitchen right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move it to the back burner for about half an hour on a simmer. And we're gonna let all of those flavors infuse really, really nicely into that broth. Okay, so we're gonna keep it on a low heat. So while that's happening, we're gonna go ahead and prepare our noodles. So all we have to do is pour some hot water over these noodles and let them soak for about 5 to 10 minutes. So while our noodles are soaking in the hot water, we are going to prepare our mushrooms. First, we're gonna heat up about 1.5 teaspoons of vegetable oil. Now, once the oil is hot, we're gonna add in our mushrooms. Now, we're gonna quickly season this with some salt and some white pepper. So now what the salt does is it draws out the moisture from the mushrooms. And so you're gonna notice that the mushrooms are gonna look quite wet. So what we wanna do is we're gonna keep cooking it until the mushrooms are quite dry. All right, our mushrooms are fully cooked. So the next thing that we need to do is strain our broth. So we're just gonna take it over a sieve and a bowl, and we're just gonna pour it out. So all of our elements for our pho are completely ready, and it's time to start building this delicious bowl of goodness. The first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take some of our noodles and we're gonna put them into our bowl. Now put them carefully right in the center because we're gonna build all of the other elements around it. Next, we're gonna add in our vegetables, which is our sauteed mushrooms, our tofu, and our shredded carrots. Okay, we're gonna add them in nice little piles around the noodles. Now, don't worry that the carrots and tofu aren't cooked because when we add that hot boiling broth, that's gonna cook all of that in the bowl itself. Now, we wanna carefully pour that in up until the bowl is about half full and the elements inside the bowl start floating a little bit. Finally, we're gonna garnish with a lot of green, fresh herbs. And finally, we're gonna add 1 wedge of lemon right in the center for anyone that wants to have a fresh squeeze of lemon juice over the top. And there you have it, guys, a beautiful bowl of vegetarian pho, fully realized, just as I intended. So here you have it, guys, Vietnam on my plate, or should I say, in my bowl this time. But as you guys can see, we've taken such humble ingredients and we've turned it into this delicious, comforting bowl that's actually quite filling as well. So I can't wait to share this with my parents so that they get to experience Vietnam the way that it really should be. For more recipes like this, make sure that you like and follow Times Now Foodie on Facebook and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.